Hey guys, welcome back to Overtaking Lane. Here we are this week, mate, back into drag racing action. What do you reckon?
Oh, super excited. How good is this?
Mate, this is amazing. We're having a ball. We're at Kenda. It is a test and tune event for the Kenda Expression session, COVID edition. No spectators. We're live streaming as well. We're going to try and do a video at the same time, but we hope you've already been on and enjoyed the live stream and you're a new subscriber. If you've just found us, what do you got to do?
Well, you got to hit subscribe, hit like, and then keep watching. Check out Facebook, Instagram, all the above.
Let's go get some action.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dave, good to see you out here, mate. You got the VK, now this is Skid Factory famous car these days, mate.
Yep, it's a bit popular.
There's something about cars that go through the Skid Factory, cool blokes, right? But
Yeah, great. Alan Woody are great. So.
No, I mean the people that take cars there as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if their name's Dave.
Absolutely. Dave's are great.
But no, all seriousness, mate, is this his first run out?
First run out in the new setup, with the twin turbos and the all the new hot side and cold side. So.
Nervous?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't been down the drag strip many times in my life, so 1,000 at the rear wheels is going to make it interesting.
How long have you had this car?
I've had it about 10 years, so it's kind of gone through change after change, and we've never really had much luck with it.
Yep.
So I just, kind of little fail after little fail, then followed by some big failures, and then...
was it always a drag car though?
It was originally built as a street car, and it just kind of got out of hand. I ended up with a really, really big turbo, and then I'll throw a cage in it, and then, it spiraled out of control to what it is today.
knowing you, I don't know you a lot, but knowing you, that sounds a lot like you though, right?
Yeah.
You just keep going to take things to the next level.
Yeah. And you know, even like we made 1,000 at the rears recently at down at Cleveland Dyno and Cleveland Tow Bar and Exhaust, and you know, we've a couple more things that we can put some more power in as well. So you know, it'll get the car working at 1,000, and then see where we go from there.
Yeah, and you've done Kenda events before.
Yeah, but Kenda seems to be my curse. So every time that we have a big failure, it seems to be at Kenda. So big rush to get ready for it, and then. One year we had off the trans brake, I had a tail shaft fail.
Yep.
Didn't realise we put a new tail shaft, new reed case glide in it. Came back the next year, came back for the next Kenda. Didn't realise the same accident had actually cracked the pinion. So next time, pinion cracked. Fell out, shot a uni into the car's window next to me, unfortunately. But there was an official very close, but it missed everyone. Thank God no one was hurt. It was quite scary. So there's now $1 million worth of driveline in there because I do not want another one of those failures.
Yeah, no, that is very scary, mate. Look, we're really keen to see this get out there because we obviously watched the build, as many people did, and it's all about seeing what it actually can do now.
Yeah.
But you've got to get traction, right?
Yeah, hoping so. The tyres are only about 5 or 6 years old, and look, you know, today's more about just prove that it works, getting off the line, get myself. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the car with the previous times I've been out. But you know, we came out at 600 or 550 rear wheel horsepower. Now we're up to 1,000, so it's going to handle pretty differently. So. And
has it just been sitting since it got tuned?
Yeah, it has. So we've just been kind of finishing off the last couple of little bits and in the shed, and then getting it ready for today, and ignoring it half the time.
So we know you have had this car for 10 years.
Yep.
Mate, what was your first car?
So first car was a dirty old RA40 Celica, which we repainted and put a new engine in and stuff, and then I got the favourite car, which is a VHS LE. So second car, which is, I think when I bought this, that's what I was kind of in my mind replacing. The car that I've always, if I find it, I'll buy it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, always
loved it. Last of the chrome bumpers.
Last of the chrome bumpers, and geez, they've shot up in price. It's, you know, you used to be able to get a silver and blue one for $6,000. Now they're 30 for a rough one.
And what started you off with your passion for cars?
Old man was into speedway, and we'd always around cars. Like I grew up in Canberra. Spent a couple of years in Canberra right at the beginning of Summer Nats. So always heaps of cars down there, and then speedway, and just always been around cars. So.
Brilliant, mate. Good luck today.
Thanks, man.
Get up the start line and watch you get down the track.
Yeah. I'm not, you know, if I can get under 550, it'll be great. But you know, I really just want to drive it back on the trailer. That's the real goal for today.
Look, and there's plenty of seat time today too.
Yeah. We should maybe get 5 or 6 runs. We'll see how it's going, and if it's all working. If it's working, we might try and get a few laps in. If there's things to do, we'll come back next time. We're not rushing it with this thing. So.
Brilliant, mate. We'll have fun.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, and cheers for the interview.
G'day Perry, good to see you out here, mate. There's never a radial event that you're not at, is there?
No, we try and get to as many as we can and enjoy coming up here to Willowbank, and yeah, it's
now,
great.
Everyone recognises the truck, the car. You stand out in the crowd. It was the Snickers car, but we've got the Maltesers car
Yeah,
now.
it's new Corvette that we bought in from the US.
Yep.
Yeah, it's same power plant as the Camaro, and just a much more developed, newer, lighter, well-refined car.
Now, we started watching yesterday and you had a couple of small issues in the morning, but then got some good time. So it was only just a couple of little tuning things that you had to play around with, or?
We'd been chasing a gremlin in the car, just a misfire that we probably had 4 passes where the car wasn't happy, but we finally worked the scenario out and yeah, got it right.
And then started pulling the threes.
Yeah.
3 of them yesterday?
Three in a row there, yep.
Yep.
Today I don't know, the engine hasn't been real happy the whole weekend, so unfortunately there in the last pass it looks like we've broken a valve and yeah, ended our weekend. So
never good to have to pack up early, but that is racing, right?
Yeah, look, it's unfortunate to come all this way. We're sort of 1,600 k's away. I don't know, it's not a race meet, so that's probably the way you look at it. We're here to practice and try stuff, so just lucky we're not at a meet. So.
It is a test and tune, yeah, that's right. So you were testing the car out. You've realised it's pretty consistent threes in it.
Yeah. Look, unfortunate it happens, but that's racing. So
yeah,
look, we'll get back and with a couple of fresh engines, we'll get it sorted out and be back to the track as soon as we can.
Doesn't take long to turn them around for you guys.
No, we're a good team, mate, and we're here a skeleton crew this weekend for testing, but great guys at home, mate.
You can get across the border just saying because you're delivering Snickers. Is that?
Yeah, they just waved us through on the way up, so might have to drop my bag out on the way past, mate. So.
Good stuff, mate. Thank you for coming on and putting a show on for us anyway. We enjoy it.
No, it's great up here, Willowbank, and the Kenda guys put on a great event. The volunteers that are here helping out at a sport that we love doing, much appreciated.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe, look, up until the last run, mate, you've had a brilliant weekend.
Yeah,
3-second passes now in one of the heaviest cars getting around here, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, we're running it at the radial weight rules for IHRA. Yeah, so we're stoked. We've been over the moon with the whole weekend. The progress of the car has been great. We've had some help from Jamie Miller over in the US and Frankie at Andy Engines. all together we've sort of come up with a good game plan, and it's all paying off. So.
And this is a car you built about a year ago.
Yeah.
Down in Profab, right?
Yep, yeah, that's right. Me and my son.
Yeah.
Was under the car.
Yeah. And we've come out and we've done, is it 2 or 3 second passes now?
That was our third one, yeah.
Yeah,
That was our
third one.
third, yeah. So we went 398 first, and then a 395. It was 4. Yeah, we did 396 this morning, and then a 393 just then.
Now the 393 just then, bit of oil down.
Yeah, the converter looks like it's blown the converter seal out.
Yeah, right.
Right at the finish line.
But no major problems.
No,
Just
other
a
than that,
seal.
yeah, look, I mean,
Bit of time.
we're happy with, what we've achieved over these last couple of days, and got some good data, and, we've pretty much had enough for the weekend anyway now, so
Yep.
we'll have a barbecue, have something to
Enjoy
eat,
it.
and
Watch a few others.
Yeah, watch some other races, so
Mate,
we're
tell
happy.
us, where did drag racing, when did it enter the blood for you, mate?
Oh, at a very young age, I think I was like 18 years old, and started off with a 250 Crossflow turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been turbocharged ever since. So
So Ford man, all the way through?
Yeah, Ford man. This is the first Chev, I think.
Oh.
481X, if you can call it a Chev, but yeah,
Yeah. Hiding in a Mustang.
yeah, hiding in the Mustang. Yeah,
No, well done, mate. And you do all this with your son as well. So.
yeah. Me, my son, my brother, and good friend Enzo. It's
Yeah.
like family. We're all big
good,
family crew. So
One thing that I've learned, throughout doing this channel and everything as well, is everything to do with the car scene.
Yeah.
It's always very family orientated.
Oh yeah, look, I mean, it's important to me that like my family support me, and they do, and and it's great having them here, enjoying the weekend as well with us. So it's not all about me, but I'd like to make sure that they're having a good time as well. So
And has everyone suffered a little bit by not having any drag racing for a while now?
oh yeah, it's been hard. Like we've been itching, and even just to get away, like the weekends at the drag strip is always good fun. There's lots of good people around, and and it's
Fingers crossed we can get the spectators back again soon, eh?
Fingers crossed, and hopefully all this COVID stuff passes quickly, and we can get on to living our normal lives.
Back into it. That's it, mate. Thank you for having a chat
No worries,
again
thank
on the
you.
channel for us. We always appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
Jay.
you guys.
Hey guys, here we are at Warwick Dragway, but hang on, that means Kenda's over. So we had a great time at Kenda, and we hope you enjoyed the video. And we're at
G'day, Overtaking.
Hey.
There you go. Give us a bit of volume.
Hey
How
guys.
we going?
Hey. Hello everyone. What's going on?
Make
Another
sure we
week.
have audio. We do. Cool. I didn't test it. We're just going live with it.
There you go.
And it worked.
And it worked. Woohoo.
What a win.
We are winning. How is everyone? Good to see everyone back. We're both here on the couch this week.
Yep.
Just chilling.
It might look like I'm on the couch. I'm actually at home. I've worked out how to green screen myself in.
Photoshop along.
Yeah.
It's not really here. Look. Oh. G'day everybody. Some shout outs, Tyler, and say hello to everyone that's already there in the chat. We're ready and
Jason
waiting.
Tompkins, Johnny Skidpig, Chris Young, Dang Dang, CRF 1000. James Bayless. Yeah. He's offering up Adblue. How much Adblue do you want? Nan, g'day
There
Nan.
was a story on that.
Was, yeah. That's
we
why I
didn't put
mentioned
that
it.
in.
Chris Young, no, we didn't. Brendan South, JRM Rob, how you going? Keep scrolling up. Dingus, g'day Dingus. Sandra Fisher,
G'day. We'll add
UFO Source Re-Engineering, g'day.
We'll add in the Adblue story now, and I'll try and do it
Jeez,
from what I
yeah.
know about it.
Automan Dan, g'day. Pops Tuning, how you going?
G'day, guys. So
Shane Sermon, g'day.
we are here for another week of Overtaking Lane live, and where we just sit here on the couch and have a beer and with you guys and have
Gary
a chat.
Sparkplug, g'day.
And we'll talk about what's happening in the car news this week. It's not a massive car news week. or
No,
there's
it's
nothing.
pretty. All the news is
Well-
pretty quiet at the moment, really.
There was a lot of car news that was boring. that we didn't include, but
Paige says, I don't know where you are, but you are definitely not here.
I'll go with the AdBlue. So, what is AdBlue? Do you know what AdBlue is, Tyler?
It's like an additive that is for something to do with diesel. That's about all I know.
Okay, it is an additive for diesel. You are correct. So,
Stigen Tosaint. G'day from the Netherlands. G'day, mate. How you going?
G'day, mate. It is AdBlue is something that goes in some diesel cars.
Yep.
And it's to do with emissions control.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes into the exhaust. It's a thing that gets injected into the exhaust as diesel exhaust is coming out, and it changes it, I think, to like nitrogen and something. Your exhaust, so it's not as bad. Your emissions aren't as bad, and it's urea and something is what's in AdBlue. Okay. And there's a world shortage of urea at the moment. So, yeah. You're looking it up?
Yep.
Looking for the story? There it is. What is AdBlue and why it could bring the Australian economy to its knees? There's a worldwide shortage of this thing called AdBlue. There's a lot of diesel vehicles that do use it. So tell us, Tyler, you've got some actual, that's my little take on it, right?
So for many people, terms like supply chain and logistics may be likely to cause the eyes to glaze over. While the networks that provide the goods consumers buy at supermarkets may be taken for granted, they are absolutely crucial. Putting to one side the farms and factories where the food and goods are produced, think of the trucks and trains and warehouses that ensure products are delivered.
Of course, some of these use AdBlue.
Yep. It's a system of extreme complexity, and they use, as you just said, AdBlue, and there's a shortage of it.
So what is it? What is AdBlue?
It's technically known as diesel exhaust fluid. AdBlue is ostensibly an anti-pollutant that's added to most modern diesel engines. It's a fluid. It's a mixture of the organic compound urea and deionized water. It's injected from a small separate tank that's injected into the vehicle's exhaust to cut harmful emissions. Essentially, tiny amounts of AdBlue are squirted onto the exhaust gases, turning the nitrogen oxides into nitrogen and water before they are vented from the vehicle.
There you go. I wasn't too far wrong.
You're pretty close, yep.
My explanation, was I?
Roy says just have a pee in your fuel tank. For anyone with a diesel car, you may be familiar with the blue cap that sits alongside the cap for the fuel tank. That's the tank cap for AdBlue, which can be purchased at service stations and auto retailers.
Yep.
Why is there a shortage?
This is for Sally too, because Sally asked the other day, what is AdBlue?
Yep.
I didn't have quite as good of explanation as what I did tonight.
Says, why is there a shortage? A supplier crunch of another product is causing the AdBlue problems. Globally, stocks of the key ingredient urea are running dangerously low. China is the world's biggest producer of urea, and in recent weeks has been moving to dramatically tighten its grip on supplies to keep a lid on surging prices.
And most likely not giving any to Australia.
Yeah.
This is probably a big priority for them.
That's hit Australia particularly hard, given we source up to 80% of our urea supplies from the Middle Kingdom. National Road Transport Association Chief Warren Clark said there were a few theories about what drove China's actions, but the most likely one was self-interest. We've heard things like the cost of fertilizer in China has internally gone up dramatically, and a large portion of that is urea. So what they've said is they do not want to export any urea to try and keep the price of local fertilizer down. It may be that there's some sort of trade issue that they've got with other countries around the world. It's not just Australia being impacted by this. The whole world is going to be impacted by the lack of the AdBlue chemical.
There you go. UFO Sorcery says they have AdBlue pumps there in the Netherlands.
There you go.
James says he doesn't have a diesel. But when will it run out? Are they saying when we're going to run out?
While it appears the trucking fleets in Australia and other countries will be able to keep running for the all-important Christmas period, there are fears matters will come to a head early next year. Ahead. Don't know why I read it like that. It should have been, I don't know. Some major trucking companies are reportedly set to run out of supplies within weeks, while others have suggested stocks are unlikely to last beyond January. It's a similar story around the world. Last month, South Korea resorted to the drastic step of importing 27,000 litres of urea from Australia after China cracked down on exports. In Europe, where a high proportion of private
we're
cars
about to run out. We're giving it to South
we're
Korea.
giving it somewhere else. Yeah. In Europe, where a high proportion of private cars are diesel, AdBlue is all but unavailable. The tight market has sent prices of the additive soaring, with costs at the pump rising by as much as 10% over 2 days last week.
Yeah. So, worst case scenario is Australia's economy could be brought to its knees. Diesel trucks and cars that use AdBlue will simply run out without the chemical.
They will not run without the chemical.
Sorry. Yeah, all that. Yeah. And they just have to park them up until...
And while that might sound like an inconvenience for a householder, it would be calamitous for the broader economy. Trucks are indispensable to the smooth functioning of the economy and supply every business imaginable. Most importantly, they supply businesses essential to the lives of almost every Australian, including supermarkets and fuel retailers. Much of the heavy machinery used by agriculture, such as harvesters and tractors, is also fueled by diesel. Without the additive activity on Australia's farms would be laid low. What's more, urea is not only a key ingredient in AdBlue, it's just as important as a feedstock for fertilizers used in agriculture around the world.
We'll have a lot of older diesel vehicles come back onto the road, I think, because they'll have to get all the stuff out that's pre-AdBlue.
Yep. Crazy VN's dad, g'day.
G'day. Who else we got? Jamie Wheelnuts.
Yep, Jamie Wheelnuts, g'day.
Mostly an issue with trucks, yep.
Rob says most of my suppliers have little to no stock.
Yeah, he got some messages about someone else he said before that had no stock.
Mark Biffin,
g'day. Mark. G'day, mate.
James says I'd rather feed my car NOS
than urea. So.
Yena says it's synthetic urea too. Why can't we produce? Not sure. We might have to, yeah.
Well, we're exporting it to South Korea, aren't we? Isn't it? They said that maybe wasn't the synthetic one.
Rob says most, if not all, Euro 5 and definitely Euro 6 diesel engines will not run without AdBlue. There you go.
So it is actually a big thing.
Yeah, says if it gets bad enough, government will give the go-ahead to rip DEF systems out.
It could be a possibility then or a need, eh? So there you go. That wasn't a story that we were going to talk about tonight, but because it got mentioned, it became a story. So
why
not? Because we had chatted about it offline.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your first story of the night. AdBlue. It was not our usual content, but diesels.
I seem to be missing a story.
You've lost a story? Tyler's lost a story.
There we go.
Found it.
There it is. All right, let's put it up on the screen for everyone to see here for a moment. If I find the button for it. There we go. Check that out. Without context at all. It's just a couple of utes sitting on the track.
Yep. Left-hand drive. Yep.
Yep. And a number plate that says SV8 Cat.
That story. I think I know the story.
Yep. The real last Holden is up for auction, and it's not what you might think.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the last engineering vehicle that was built by HSV, and the last in Australia to be fitted with a certified build plate and a HSV badge, and it's up for auction.
Looks like a Colorado, eh?
Yep. It was the last Holden engineering test vehicle. It's a V8 powered Holden Colorado ute.
Yep.
That was built by the company's performance car partner, HSV. The engineering prototype was hand-built to be track tested and torture tested as HSV began work on a top-secret future high-performance model to brighten Holden showrooms amid falling sales after the end of the local manufacturing. It was fitted with the 6.2-litre V8 and 10-speed transmission from the Chevrolet Camaro and was designed to challenge the Ford Ranger Raptor.
Shane's is at the horse track. I thought that picture looked like it was at the horse track.
No, I just said on the track. It
does look like a horse race track.
I think it is. There's
grass track
going around. HSV also applied the same concept to the US version of the Chevrolet Colorado and built a test vehicle for that market too. But the pin was pulled on both programs when the US car giant General Motors axed the Holden brand in Australia in 2020. The plan was for the V8-powered Holden Colorado Sports Cat to have its engine and transmission fitted on the production line in Thailand before other go-fast parts were fitted by HSV at its Melbourne facility, while a collection of rare HSVs, including a GTSR W1 sedans and 3 of 4 GTSR W1 Maloo utes, have fetched close to or in excess of $1 million at auction since Holden's closure. It's unclear what price the one-off V8-powered HSV Colorado Sports Cat will go under the hammer for. So far, when this story was published, bids had only reached 55,000, but at the moment they're sitting at 109,000. Would you pay 109,000 for it?
I'd pay 55.
Yeah, at 55, it's good buying.
What's the
actually.
colour?
I don't know. It's like a.
I don't like the colour. I know it's the.
Does it say the colour in
But it's
here?
the real last.
Panorama Silver.
Oh, is it? It looks like a blue.
Does.
It's the last HSV. You would think it's got to have value, yeah.
You would think so, yeah. 10th of the 9th, 2019.
Yeah, you would think there's got to be definitely some value in it, eh?
Yep.
I don't know. I'd want to just drive it though.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a car
Oh,
because
look at
it's
that.
got
Looks like
all this
that
collector value.
colour right there.
Oh, it's the same colour as the I meant to blank
Is it
the Walkie.
the Walkinshaw VL?
Yep. So yeah, okay, it looks different on the Ute. It's a collectible car. It's not the type of car that I would want to collect. Not that I would want to probably collect any car. I would want to have it to drive, and I don't think I'd buy a big Ute like that and want to just sit it in the shed.
Yeah.
I'd want a daily, something like that.
Yeah.
And then you don't pay big money for the last ever Holden to daily it, or last ever HSV, I should say, to daily it, do you? So,
why not?
that could be an issue.
Shane Sermon says the raffle mobs will pay big.
Yeah, that's likely.
Yep.
I see they advertised on the cars at Bathurst.
I didn't see that actually.
Oh, they did in other categories. Yeah.
There you go.
I just
says Holden's Trackhawk. You just got to yell out loud enough. That hand will deliver you one, maybe.
You reckon?
I don't know.
Could we out for beers? Okay.
Sandown says CRF. Maybe probably was. Probably was Sandown. Scrolling down. Should we have autocross? I'm pretty sure there is autocross here. Jamie Wilnut says, word is, if you own a passenger vehicle like a VW, you can add dishwashing liquid to get the same outcome. Source, 4BC Talkback Radio. Fair enough. Are you sure that you want to leave YouTube? No, I'm not sure. Oops. May have accidentally clicked something. The memes. Wouldn't be looking at a collapse. How has everyone been anyways? While we wait for Dave to get back before we check out the next story. Bit of relevance maybe to the next story is how did everyone find Bathurst? Did anyone watch Bathurst and hang out and watch it? I watched the whole race. It was good. Johnny Dad's uncle used to have a Diamond Rio with a 8571 GM diesel. 8V71, I think, actually. I probably read 5 for whatever reason. Chuck it at his head if he yells out for a beer. There's some content. Some content for everyone. Nothing like watching Dave get a beer chucked at his head. Another Lloyd's auction coming up. Seems to be plenty of classics around. 100%. Not dead, Adam, so you're fantastic. He's back. He's made it
I'm
back.
back. Your plan was never working. She's asleep. The beer hand was.
Damn. UFO says I watched the recap for Bathurst.
Yeah, and what'd you think?
Dang Dang says Bathurst was awesome. Ian Moss was chatty AF.
I was pretty happy with the day on the couch watching a bit of Bathurst, I've got to admit.
Psyop says tried to get my boys into Bathurst, but they prefer the tablets.
I had plenty to do, but Bathurst won out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watched a bit on and off of Bathurst. James?
How'd you go? You watched
Yeah,
a fair bit?
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, I think I was sending you messages and you were like, oh, I missed that bit.
Yeah, it was a couple of times I went outside. And
then as soon as you went out, you get a message from me and go,
yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Go back in. Back to the couch. I'll have to bring the fridge in, Jason.
Nan says it was good. Would have been better if Gizzy won. Oh, it would have topped off the year for him, but Chaz is a very good driver in that. And same with Lethal.
I would have liked to have seen, for me, I would have liked to have seen J-Dub.
Yep, and Lansy.
J-Dub and Lansy get the win.
They nearly got on the podium.
Yeah.
They came close.
Is my shirt a new design? It's an unreleased one.
Yeah.
Tyler said we should release it.
I said we should release it as like a retro shirt.
The retro.
A retro OTL shirt.
But
except instead of the back in the 80s, it would say be seen in the car scene, but in the same style of font.
In the same font.
Yeah.
This was part of our 80s costume for
road trip.
So it was an 80s dress up costume. On a Saturday night, it's always a costume night, right?
Yeah. Yena says few bucks, put the kegerator on caster wheels, Dave. It already is on caster wheels.
It actually is on caster wheels.
It's got to go up steps though.
So,
you need a ramp down.
We haven't. Problem is the kegerator. We haven't brewed anything since we moved, so we've got stuff ready to go and brew, but we haven't
brewed it yet. So you got no.
We haven't had time to put the kegs on.
Yeah.
Because every night it's we've been printing, so we finish work. I finish work. Sally gets home from work, and we print. So
yeah,
and then that happens till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. We go to bed, get up, work again. So yeah, we just haven't had time to put the bloody the kegs on. Got to get to it. Oh well, I probably had time on Sunday, but I watched Bathurst instead. I was meant to be printing as well.
Kega elevator says yeah.
I was meant to be printing on Sunday, but that didn't happen because I watched too much Bathurst.
Well, let's chat.
So it
Bathurst.
ended up another late night. It wouldn't have been a late night Sunday if I'd printed it.
Let's chat Bathurst.
Yeah, so I would have liked to have seen J-Dub win.
Yeah, here's the photo.
The
winner's photo.
How good's that?
That is a really cool pic. Chaz right after crossing the finish line and taking the win.
Yeah, that's good. Look, Jamie Whincup, I've been a fan
Dad's
of
Garage,
Jamie.
g'day.
So,
I mean, all it took was Mostert getting into a Holden and he won Bathurst.
Mozzie, I could never be a fan just because he was a Ford.
Yep.
But now that he's in a Holden, I think, and Jamie's out, I think Mozzie's my new go-to.
Yep.
So
you're not going to go for the J-Dub replacement, Brock Feeney?
I could.
The young fella.
I've always been
was the enforcer in the kid.
Busy as well. I've been a 888 supporter.
Yep, enforcer in the kid. That was the racing that he unfortunately came unstuck on the mountain.
Didn't do so well.
He was doing really well actually, but until he came unstuck.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's I think Mozzie also was local. I guess we've moved now. At the last house, Mozzie lived in the same street as us.
Yep.
So Mozzie was a few doors down the road.
And then realistically, J-Dub
nice
was only
guy.
just down the road too.
J-Dub had I don't know where his actual house was, but he had the car wash.
I think he's in Hope Island somewhere.
Yeah, so he wasn't far away, and he had the car wash just up the road. It is, Phil. It is just kicking back. Got our own couch, mate. How's yours going? You sure it's not the same one? Yeah. So he's a nice guy. I've met Jamie at the car wash, and he was such a nice guy to talk to. People that say that he's up himself or whatever, he's really not.
Mm.
He had a good chat to us, and
Shane Kane, g'day.
yeah, we rocked up in the ute at the car wash, and he wanted to know about the ute, and went out, and he's like, we said something about the ute, and he raced out and went and put it through the car wash.
Yep.
He's got the kids working there and that, and he heard it, and he's like, hang on a minute, and he raced out and he drove it through.
There you go.
And then mentioned
Hoff, how you going, Hoff?
G'day, Hoff, and then mentioned that James Courtney and Garth Tander had signed it, and he's like, where'd they sign it? Under the bonnet, and he had a look, and he raced off and went off to his car and got a bloody paint pen, come back and signed it too.
There you go.
So he was a really nice guy.
And Phil's couch is parked up in the shed. Does look similar.
Are you sure?
Paul
Are
Johns,
you sure?
g'day. How you going?
G'day, Paul.
The storm was here. It might still be here, but you can't hear it now.
No.
No tin roof.
It's headed towards you, Hoff. We did cop it, but no rain.
Saw it off.
So
Saw it off before.
Yep, gone.
Said see you later.
Right. But yeah, look, Mozzie, also a nice guy. I know. I know your mum's run into him down at the shopping centre and stuff.
Yep.
And
he does a lot. He does a lot on and off the track.
Yep.
Especially around mental health. That's why he has the crazy hair all the time as well. Things like that. He definitely he's a massive supporter of men's mental health.
He would have some weird haircut like that.
Yeah. And we wouldn't know anyone else who
look at
cuts
me like
their
that?
hair for like men's mental health stuff, would we?
Well, I
They
haven't.
did like a Movember thing on their channel.
Oh, like Woody.
Yeah.
I just did it. Yeah, I was gonna say I did it for no reason at all.
Yeah. No. I thought you were mentioning.
No,
Woody,
I was talking about my own. That's my own mental health.
Yeah, I thought that's where you were going with it.
These
so
mad
that's where I went,
mohawks.
but yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, says that 25 car was a weapon. No one could throw smoke at it. Yeah, no one could keep up with it. It was just crazy. It is a wonder of, how far ahead would they have been if they didn't delaminate that tyre.
Well, they Brown
and have to come in.
Well, you still had the safety cars and that later on, but Brown did an amazing qualifying lap.
Yep.
Didn't he? So what did he do? A 2:03.3?
That was Monster.
Was that Mostert did the 2:03.3?
Yeah, he did the record.
He did, yes. And that was in the shootout.
Yeah.
He got on pole. That's right. And prior to that, 2:03.7, I think, was Will.
Yeah, in the pre-qualifying. That was to get in there.
But then they found that his doors were too light in the Eurobus cars as well.
Yeah, by like a couple of grams.
Is that all was in it?
Yeah, there's like a small piece of lead.
Really?
They did a bit of a video on it and showed them, and it was just a mistake on their part of something they forgot to put back in.
Oh wow!
It wasn't like they weren't trying to game the system or anything. They just got there and went shit.
Mm.
And they basically just copped it on the chin and said, "Yep, no worries, we'll fix it."
Yeah, I know what you mean, Phil. All home haircuts here.
Yep.
It was haircut night tonight before the show.
Was, yeah. It's been a while since I've had a haircut.
Tyler's got the, crisp new do.
Yep.
He gets the flash looking fade.
100 grams a door. There you go. He says, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was that close.
Mm-hmm.
So, but look, it was a great race. It was a great weekend. Mozzie did amazing and deserved that win. Yep, 100%.
Now, I threw this story in because I actually saw this on Twitter. But you may recognise this car.
Oh, it looks like an Escort.
Yep. Do you know which one it is?
No.
It's Race to the Win by Alan Moffat.
Oh, okay.
At Bathurst, funnily enough.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And this is owned by Zach Brown, who has massive car collection. And after Daniel Ricciardo won the Italian Grand Prix,
Yep.
he offered him up a drive in one of the cars, and then Mostert joked about after the race. Sorry, he said after the race that he would like to also sample something from Brown's extensive collection.
Yep.
So Ricardo drove the ex-Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet Monte Carlo NASCAR as a reward.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And there was no pre-race bet or anything like that with Mostert, but he floated the idea at the press conference after winning. And Mostert said, "We never really settled on anything, but I reckon he owes me now for sure. I'd better have a look through his garage and work out what I want to drive."
Yep.
And it was James Moffat, who finished second alongside Cam Waters at Bathurst, that chimed in with the suggestion of his father's Monza, which is now in Brown's collection. That sounds pretty cool. That'd be a good story, said Mostert. Do you want to come along too, Moff? Moffat said, "Yeah, I'll wipe the windscreen for you." And Brown has owned the ex-Moffat Monza since earlier this year. He raced the car at the IMSA Series in 1975 before shipping it to Australia. He used both that car and a Ford Capri RS3 1000 to win the inaugural Australian Sports Sedan Championship in 1976. The Monza isn't the only car with an Aussie connection in Brown's collection. He also owns the Williams FW07B that Alan Jones took to victory in the 1980 Australian Grand Prix at Calder Park, as well as the HRT Commodore that Garth Tander and Nick Percat used to win the 2011 Bathurst 1000.
Oh, okay.
And funnily enough, that HRT was the last Walkinshaw car to win the Great Race until Mostert and Holdworth triumph on Sunday.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that'd be cool. So, have they said that
so he's giving him a drive in the Monza.
he's going to do it?
Yep. So not the car that I did post there, but in Moffat's Monza.
Right.
'Cause that's the Capri that I put up on the screen.
Oh, is it?
The RS3 1000.
Ah, okay. There you go. Need to learn my Fords better, don't I? Thought it was.
And to continue with the supercar stories, of course, they had to crown the champion.
Chris was on it.
Yeah.
He said that's his Capri
Oh, there you
in
go.
the comments.
All over it. But yes, they had to, of course, crown the champion, the championship winner.
Yep.
It is. I did read a little bit about this. This isn't in this story, and that's not at all what this story is about. But I did read about how being crowned the champion at Bathurst sort of, took away from his winning of the championship. He felt, because Bathurst is also such a massive accomplishment for a driver to win.
Yep.
Or for a team to win.
Yep.
So he said he felt as well that either, it takes away from either the championship winner or the Bathurst winner to crown someone. Like having Bathurst as the final race is probably not a good idea to do again.
Yeah, okay. Because
you're crowning a championship winner and also someone who's winning Bathurst, and you've sort of got to take away from one to give to the other.
Yep.
So
I get you.
Yeah, so it was just sort of interesting to read about that. But next year,
Matty Crick, g'day, brother.
Of course, they have the option to take on number one when you win a championship in the next year, and he is not going to be doing that. He's just going to be keeping the 97.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Jamie ran with the number one a lot.
Yep, he did. Yep. SVG's campaigned with the 97 since 2013, except for last weekend when he raced with the 888 in honour of departing boss Roland Dane.
Yep.
But even then, they still called it 97 in the garage to not get confused.
Yeah, okay.
So all the tyres and everything had 97 on them. Speaking after his title triumph in Sydney, Van Gisbergen said the 97 will be here to stay next season. He hasn't thought about it fully, but probably 97. The 2022 season would be the fifth in the last 6 years that the number one won't feature on the grid. The retiring Jamie Whincup, who won't be on a full-time grid for the first time since 2004, last raced the number one. in the championship. He was the last person who raced with it.
Yeah, okay.
Win won the title in 2017 and carried it in 2018 in a season that was won by Scott McLaughlin.
Yep.
He won a hat-trick of drivers' titles between 2018 and 2020, all while campaigning the Dick Johnson Racing iconic number 17.
Did, yeah.
Yep. He opted to keep the 17 after his 2018 title and helped the number to 2 more championships in 2019 and 2020.
Mm.
It was in 2016 that Van Gisbergen won his first driver's title. For 2017, he became the first champion since Johnson in 1990 to keep his own number, rather than adopt the champion's number 1.
Okay.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah,
I think that was.
And what's the link to 97 for Gizzy?
Well, it stretches back to his youth with his father Robert, both using the number in speedway, himself and his father.
Okay.
Sprint cars and also quad biking.
Yeah, right.
He adopted the 97 when he shifted to Techno Autosports in 2013.
Yep.
And he's raced with it ever since. Yep.
Yep.
The 2021 season had already featured a 24-year first in McLaughlin's absence. So it's the last time a champion didn't feature on the following season's grid with Craig Lowndes in 1997. The number 1 didn't feature at all.
Mm.
A champion refusing to run the number 1 is nothing new. Johnson campaigned the 17 after all 5 of his title wins. Bob Jane did the same with his number 7 and 76, as did Alan Moffat with the 43 in 1983. Peter Brock also raced with the iconic 05 after his 1978 and 1980 championship wins. The number 1 is still the most successful number with regards to championships won, with the number carried to a record 14 titles. However, it was last raced. The number 1 was last raced to a championship in 2014 by Whincup, who raced with the 88 from 2006 to 2008 in 2011, 2016 and 2017, and from 2019 to 2021.
Yeah, right. What's Brock Feeney going to run?
They're not sure yet. They haven't confirmed it. He did run with the 888 on the Super 2, and he ran that Super 2 title. We'll see what happens next year with the new Gen 3 cars.
It'll
be interesting with the switch to paddle shift as well.
Yeah.
So I know SVG is not a big fan of the whole paddle shift deal.
Yeah, he said it's might as well just run auto.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He likes the extra, essence they get, I guess, of driving with the sequential having to bang the gears.
Yep.
On the side. There's probably a bit more to it that I don't remember, but there was a story on it a little while back.
Okay.
Shane Sermon says, I want to get one of the vintage Speedway open wheelers for cars and coffee.
Yeah, it'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Reaper Lux, g'day. He got his 5 seconds of fame in the latest video. Alongside Woody.
Oh, yeah.
Woody also got his 5 seconds of fame. Yeah, I did go back and watch it.
You missed it.
Yeah, I did miss it.
Could have put like some arrow and some.
Yep.
Gave him a bit of shit on it.
Big Ted, g'day.
G'day, mate.
Says he raced quarter midgets, was due to run a midget speed car summer, just gone till Roland Dane said no. 100%, Johnny. 100%.
100%. What did I miss?
Johnny said, got a feel for Gizzy, especially the fact that he hasn't been able to see his parents in a couple of years due to COVID.
Yeah.
John Lee, g'day. How you going?
Hasn't been home. Hey, John. But yeah, there you go. Bit of supercar.
Yep.
Based on our weekend of Bathurst. It was good. It was good to watch a bit of V8 racing.
It was.
I don't think I've seen too much this year.
No, neither have I.
I
haven't caught much. Just the highlights. I usually watch just the highlights.
It's always good just to sit down and watch a Bathurst.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, if there's one supercars race to watch a year, that's the one.
I can't remember what we're doing. I don't remember if we actually sat and watched Bathurst last year.
I don't think so, actually. It'll be good to see next year, I think, and the cars are becoming much closer to road cars again. There's a lot less aero on the cars, and they're actually running production engines that you could theoretically buy.
Yep.
So Jamie Wilnut says, as creative directors and producers of this show since its inception, Tyler and I weren't initially sure how to manage Dave, but we knew if we fed him drinks and let him talk shit, all would be well. Job done, I reckon.
Just another night. Just another night on the couch.
Alrighty. Time for everyone's favourite, electric cars.
Aren't the best shows the ones when I drink?
Yeah. Hashtag episode 99.
Or when I drink straight spirits. Was it Halloween one? And
that was when Daz came out.
Yeah.
Daz visited.
There's all sorts of weird stuff happens.
What do you reckon of this picture?
Yeah,
you
this makes
grabbing
sense.
a petrol generator to charge your electric on the go?
Well, now this is
funnily enough looks
this
like
is a
it's
joke,
being
right?
towed by potentially a diesel or a petrol plant.
Now it's a joke that you would tow a generator behind your electric car to charge it, right?
Yeah,
it's a bit of a joke
the extra
about
range.
That. But maybe that's not as silly as you think if it was a diesel generator that ran on biofuel.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, well, leftover Roadhouse deep fryer oil will power the Nullabore's first EV fast charger at Kaiguna, I guess.
Yeah, well, so it's not going to be towed around but
No.
by the car, but it's actually going to be a fast charger.
Yep.
For electric vehicles that will be
Electric-
powered by
Cooking oil.
out of the deep fryers in the Roadhouse.
Yep. Electric vehicle owners will be able to have their hot chips and eat them too. With a remote West Australian Roadhouse planning to install fast chargers that run on leftover fryer oil. From January, a crowd-funded 50 kilowatt DC charger at Kaiguna Roadhouse in the middle of the Nullarbor will plug the 720 kilometre wide gap between charging networks being built by the WA and SA governments. It will mean that when the respective electric highways are completed, an EV owner will be able to drive from Sydney to Perth without straying from the network of fast charging stations or having to stop for more than 90 minutes to recharge. But what makes the Kaiguna charger unique is the generator fuel. Off-grid and unable to afford the upfront cost of solar and batteries, the Roadhouse will generate low-emissions electricity through burning something it has been throwing out for years, leftover chip oil. We've started collecting the fat from the deep fryers, the Roadhouse owner Don War said. It's a fantastic idea, it's just whether we can get that much oil. Mr. War, who lives in the small wheatbelt town of Dowrin, outside of Perth, owns 3 Nullarbor roadhouses on the Eye Highway. Or is that Air Highway? I don't know. Yeah. Dingus says EV cars are just bleh. For months, West Australian EV owners have lobbied Mr. War. It'll come through soon, hopefully.
Oh. Is it set?
Should be. But the
Do they think they'll get that many EVs coming?
There you go.
EV cars are just blah.
Didn't sound very EV, that noise. Do they think they're going to get that many EVs going through there?
They must do.
No, they don't think they'll have enough cooking oil.
There you go. Phil's been to that roadhouse.
There you go.
He's used the bathroom there.
The guy, there you go. The guy says we don't have any EVs out here.
We make money out of diesel. Then one day in November, 66 EV owners drove out to Dowrin, where they hosted a barbecue, gave free rides to the public, and took the skeptical Roadhouse owner for his first ever spin in an EV. He scratched his head, went for a drive, and looked at the charger. And that's when I said to him, "How much of this oil have you got?" Mr. Edwards said. He said, 160 to 200 litres. We throw it in the tip. I said, you better start saving it up because we can charge cars with that.
There you go. EVs on the notable, about one a month. Hey? Be buggered.
Yep. Bad Q says might consider converting the HQ coupe to EV and drive over. Just to test out the charger.
There's a couple other comments. Johnny said you can't charge with the diesel generator because there's no AdBlue.
Yep.
John Lee asked what we thought about the S5000s.
I missed them. I didn't see that. I didn't see any of the support categories. I only caught the main race.
And Johnny says the Mustang Gen 3 Mustangs look pretty awesome.
They do.
What about the Camaros? They're the ones
I'm a big fan.
that we can
I
never
like
buy.
the idea of it. I like the idea of it.
We won't ever get to buy them.
Oh, well, I like it though. Now they just need the GTR in there.
What was that, Big Ted? There was a comment there as well, message from Big Ted. Back up. Had to wire up some Fandangle charging system on one of the breakdown crowds over there. The EV drivers still don't charge their batteries. Bad Q's going to convert the HQ coupe to EV.
Already read that one.
Oh, sorry.
You're behind.
Whoops.
Sister Bluebird, g'day.
G'day,
Sorry I'm late.
sister.
I was busy ordering a limited edition OTL Johnny Skid Pig shirt for Roy for Christmas.
Aha.
So awesome. 'Tis the season.
I'll have to go wake Sally up.
Print it. Matty Crick, g'day. How you going? Phil says matter of time should see Gold Coast. Every second and third car is Model E's or X's.
There is a lot of Teslas on the Gold Coast.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, as he says, nearly every third car is like a Model 3.
Mm.
You drive around, they're just as common as Camrys now. Probably because they're like nearly the same price. Brand new Camrys, like.
Really?
You buy like the hybrid top of the range Camry, you like get into a base Model 3.
Yeah, Ingham.
Model 3 is probably nicer too.
Yeah. But there's some issues, Tyler, with Teslas.
Yes.
I think we've got a whole nother story.
We do.
But that's nearly a really good segue.
Yeah.
Nearly.
This is actually going back a few years. This news story popped up.
So we need the time warp.
Thanks for that.
Back a few
That's a
years.
good sound effect. Thank you, Dave. Let me just record that one quickly. Hang on. Let's go.
Have you not seen that? That's Wayne's World when they go back in time.
I've seen clips of Wayne's World. Probably seen the movie at some point, but I
You've
don't remember
it's
it.
another movie you've not seen.
I might have seen it when you've watched it. I just don't remember it.
The movie buff.
I watched a lot of new movies. Have you watched Extraction yet? That's a good movie.
I don't think I have.
I did mention to you to watch it. It's on Netflix.
When
It's a
do I
good
get
movie.
time to watch a movie?
Take it on
The only
back
time's
up.
Thursday night while we're doing a show.
You got like 3 monitors.
Yeah, I know. I was only talking to Wheelnuts about that today, that I got like the 3 monitors on my computer that I work on for work. And yet I'd never have like a YouTube video or anything playing. I actually don't even have the radio on.
I always have a YouTube video playing.
Really?
Yep.
No.
YouTube or Spotify. I'm always listening to something.
I got nothing.
Yep.
Silence while I'm working.
I'd go crazy.
Maybe I am. That's why I talk so much shit when anyone talks to me. Can't stop.
Big Ted says youth are today, eh, Dave? Chris Young says Extraction is good. It is, see? There you go. There's another recommendation for you.
Okay.
Better get onto it. But electric vehicle specialist Tesla produced promotional videos fraudulently suggesting that its full self-driving technology was more advanced than real-world testing had previously shown.
So they've done their videos showing off the self-driving features of the car.
Yep, but they were faked.
They were fake.
Yep. Citing interviews with 19 current and former employees, the newspaper claimed, this is the New York Times,
Yep.
Claims that the US-based
So just
manufacturer...
some little backyard.
Yeah. Never heard of them, really. Like they just popped up like once.
Not some big
This
paper.
is the first time they've ever hit the news.
New York Times.
The US-based manufacturer routinely made promises to customers and investors it knew it could not keep, and compromised safety to improve aesthetics and reduce costs. The video that is referenced for the story was published in 2016. That's where the photo's from. It did not provide a full picture of how the car operated during the filming, the article notes. The route taken by the car had been charted ahead of time by software that created a 3-dimensional digital map, a feature that's unavailable to drivers using the commercial version of Autopilot. At one point during the filming of the video, the car crashed into a roadside barrier on Tesla property while using Autopilot and had to be repaired.
They didn't put that in the video?
I don't know, actually. I have to watch it. The
Of
video's still
course
available.
they didn't put that in the video.
They might have. No,
That's what they faked. It actually crashed.
Have you seen
into a thing.
Have you seen the people going, like the ones where they do it on a merge where there's like roadworks and there's like multiple painted lines and they're in the Tesla. The Tesla like nearly drives them into the wall because it doesn't know what to do.
Really? That's not the Tesla's promotional video, though.
No, this is people like on YouTube
real
reviewing
video.
it. Yeah, this is people reviewing it.
I don't know if anyone's keeping up at home, but
Shane says, no, Tesla, talking shit, never. A spokesperson for Tesla Australia did not respond when approached by Drive for comment. Last week, the manufacturer launched a $50 sports whistle modelled on the silhouette of the Cybertruck. And some have speculated that this may represent a thinly veiled jab at the whistleblowing sources who spoke to journalists for this story. In 2020, Trevor Milton, the CEO and founder of electric vehicle startup Nikola, was forced to resign after it was revealed his company had produced promotional material fraudulently, suggesting that vehicles were moving under their own power when, in fact, they were rolling chassis vehicles pushed down a hill. Oh, definitely, Phil, definitely. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Whenever they catch on fire, it's pretty hard to put out the fire, so they have to actually like submerge it to stop the fire. Oh, HQ to HZ, Matty Crick, not a Camry. No way. Psyop Gypsy says Tesla, Elon, Silicon Valley, Facebook, Google, Lockheed Martin, AI, California, satanic capital of the world, can't carry enough over 2 inches, can't own a petrol generator or petrol-powered blower. You can't even put an exhaust on your car. I don't know if you know that. In California, you can't change your exhaust. You can't like tune your car at all. Yeah.
No, that's those laws over there.
But
You
they
cannot
still all do it.
You can't-
It's kind of the same as Australia, right? You can't do all these things, but we still all do it anyways.
Well, they're way stricter over there.
It is. It
I
is,
don't
Phil.
think
It
you
is.
can change the
You
exhaust
are
on
correct. It is
on-
not just a Tesla thing. That's an electric.
your
battery thing.
mower over there.
Mm. You can't even have a petrol mower now.
That's right. There you go. Can have a petrol mower.
And
Be in trouble if we've got a place like here.
Mm.
Imagine trying to.
You'd be doomed. Imagine trying to do that on a single charge of your electric. You'd have to have
God.
like 20 batteries.
There you go.
Well, we're on the final story.
Are we?
Yeah.
Did I take that long?
You did, yeah. You were gone for ages. I read like 8 stories while you were gone.
Oh. He wouldn't lie, would he, guys?
Never. I'm not like Tesla.
What was it? There was a question there in the comment I missed.
I'll check that in a second, but I put this picture in because if you just look at the number 1 and number 2 here, Max Verstappen, 369.5 points, and Lewis Hamilton, 369.5 points, going into the final race.
Yeah, that sounds fairly close.
Just a little.
That is fairly close. Fairly close.
Yeah, last weekend. We did talk about last week, actually, how close that was and how potentially Max Verstappen could seal the deal on the race last weekend with that last race going on. But unfortunately, he didn't seal the deal on it, and now they've got to come down to the wire on the last race.
Sorry, I was looking at the comments. I was going back up.
Matty Crick says Sally's HJ must be getting up there in price. Spent a lot on it.
I wonder what it is. What it is worth.
Don't know.
It was good 12 months ago. There was a fairly nice looking LS HJ hit the market for 70k. So I guess that's about the value.
I think I was watching Zach Baldy's live stream earlier.
Yep.
And he said that he's considering selling the Skyline just because of the, seeing them get posted up for 35k.
He won't get 35k for that one.
Well, I mean,
maybe he will, Zach. I'm sorry, but it'll be a bit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's actually
because he's got good reach.
It's just it's making him think about selling because of how he bought that thing for like $3,000.
Joel bought one recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know Joel?
Yep.
Joel bought one recently. He's got an R33 now, if you didn't know that.
I didn't.
Well, he's got an R33. That thing's E85. I forget what sort of turbo it's running. It's pushing 500 horsepower.
Yep.
And it's same colour as yours. It's nice. It looks tidy. $18,000.
There you go.
I'm like, that's a good buy.
Mm.
For what they are going for. I went bloody on the money, that one.
Yeah.
I know you probably wouldn't sell yours for 18.
No, I certainly wouldn't.
You'd like to see Zach get 35 for his because then it puts yours at 40.
Yeah.
Quality wise, like his when he bought it was the cheapest R33 Skyline.
Steve Wild, g'day.
On the internet.
It was, yeah. Wasn't running properly. Well, it was, but not properly.
Yeah.
Not nicely. Needed a rebuild.
So, and I know he's done some work to it. That's not a $35,000 Scholar.
Mm. If I
Do you
could,
think yours was a 35? Do you think?
I'd hope mine would be worth $35,000.
Do you think it is?
No, probably not.
No,
I don't think anyone would pay $35,000 for it. I'd like to think it's worth that.
Yeah,
but I don't think that if I wanted to get $35,000,
what it's worth to you and that's two different things.
Yeah.
Rob's saying there that he called it last week, and I think he did. I remember that actually.
Mm-hmm.
He did say when we talked about it last week, or it might have even been the week before that. Earlier, I think it was Rob called that, and said it will come down to the wire.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on and who takes the win there.
Steve Wild in the chat.
Yep.
G'day,
Steve,
mate.
how you going? It'll be a close race, that's for sure. It might be one of the only Formula One races I actually get up to watch.
Yeah.
Just because that's going to be.
When is it and what time?
Probably like early morning. Rob will know. What time is it, Rob?
When's it
You'll
on?
have to let me know.
Is that this weekend?
It says Max will win on a countback. Yeah, it is this weekend.
Yep.
It'll probably be Saturday sometime, I think, or Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. John Lee says Willowbank has just announced vaxxed and unvaxxed will be allowed to attend the New Year's Thunder event in January, limited to 5,000 people per day.
Oh, right.
Yep. I think, sporting events and outdoor stuff, you can allow both vaxxed and unvaxxed to enter if you have a cap. There's a cap. If you want unlimited, it has to be vaxxed only.
Yep.
But yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, you can. If you want to have both, you can limit to your sort of maximum capacity at your venue.
Right.
Phil says if anyone knows of any Z32 300ZX for sale, let me know. I could. If I got 35,
neighbour got?
That's a Datsun 260
No,
or 240.
He's got more. He's got a
There you go.
He's got other stuff up in
See,
the shed.
if I could get like $40,000 for the Skyline, I could go and buy his Datsun and put a JZ in it and set up a pretty nifty little race car.
He said he'd sell me the 240.
Yeah, well, I reckon I could set up a pretty nifty little race car with that.
Yeah. But the 240 has moved
Shane,
this week from the front yard to the shed. So I don't know what else he's got, but he did tell me some of the other cars. And he told me that one of them is that he bought off Woody.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So there was a car up. Oh, I'm not sure which one it is now, but yeah.
Rob says free practice 1 tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m.
Oh, that's all right.
Shane Kane says it's only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. 7:30. That's a good time.
That's practice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's still a good time.
Mm. Where's the best place to watch the Formula One? Do you have to get KO, or is there like a?
Is he saying it's on one?
Is there another better place? That's free practice 1.
Oh, free practice 1, not on channel 1.
Yeah, no, free practice 1.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like free
is
practice
it on free
1,
to
2,
air?
3. James Baylor says you'd better sell a shitload of shirts then at Overtaking Lane. I mean, I'd hope I could. Mark White, g'day, Mad Cow Mark. How you going?
G'day, mate. G'day.
MCM.
Yeah, it's So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the F1. Tyler, you're looking up to tell us where we can view it. Where is it on free to air? That is not what he was typing in. We'll see. It's all through Fox. They got the TV rights.
Says 10 play. It's probably not anything on it.
10 plays changed now. It's like Paramount.
Oh, okay.
And 10 play you got to pay for.
Oh, there you go.
I think you can get 7 days free for 10 play, but it's
not like the 7 one where you can watch it.
It's $10 a month.
Yep.
I reckon that's a rip-off. Sorry, Channel 10, rip-off. We'll never get a show on there now, will we? No?
Is there Christmas specials on OTL merch? I was actually thinking about doing that, Maddie. I was just thinking of like doing some packs up and stuff. Then you can get your gift packs for everyone.
Sort that out.
Shane Sermon says you can watch it on Fox, but you got to be vaccinated.
Foxinated.
Rob says I have Foxtel mainly for motorsport, but you can view it on KO also. There you go.
Yeah, you can get.
Steve, you're a legend. Just put $30 in. You're a legend, mate.
Steve, thanks, mate. What did James say?
JRM, Rob says it'll be under lights, so early morning for us in Oz.
Was James saying something about buy one shirt and pay for two? You get the second one free.
Yeah, if you buy one shirt and pay the exact same price again, you get a second shirt.
What a bloody special!
Yeah.
Eh? Maybe we'll do the ATL retro.
I think so. I think it's a good
Tyler
idea.
wants it on the shop.
Yep.
Buy a Skid Pig shirt. That's money's going to Johnny Skid Pig for.
Yep. And they're only up there for a limited time. They will just go away unannounced.
And there's only been a few sold.
Yeah.
Like,
so get on to
them.
They're
very limited. Not many people have got one. They're a cool shirt. It's a cool shirt. So and we've got to send Johnny one, which we haven't sent Johnny one yet.
Yeah, you have printed Johnny's one.
No, Mum printed my size.
But she meant to print it for Johnny.
She was supposed to print it for Johnny.
Yeah. Pops Tuning says, have you seen Castlemaine Rod Shop's GTR Tirana?
Yes. That's this is the one they're putting the Ferrari engine into.
Oh, yeah. That Johnny's onto it. Get him at overtakinglane.com.au. That's the way to go. overtakinglane.com.au/shop.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, Steve.
We're waiting to see if we got another live stream before we end the year off. Of like racing live stream.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll come to you on that one.
And we've got 2 more weeks of OTL live until we take a short, probably 2-week break.
Christmas break
for Christmas and the New Year. And then we'll be back. The Christmas show will be awesome. If you're not here, you got to be here, because there'll be giveaways going on, and you'll have a chance to win stuff. And we've got some quiz contestants, I think.
Have we?
Potentially. Not yet. Show? Actually, no. It gets drawn at 9:19. So if you're not in Discord, get in Discord, guys. Join the quiz. You've got like 40 minutes.
If you want to be on the
50
Christmas
minutes. Show. If you want to be on the Christmas show. The winner of that quiz will get an unannounced prize that I haven't told you about. But we're going to give the winner of that quiz a prize, a bigger prize than the sticker pack. So, of course, every end of the month quiz now, we're giving away a sticker pack to the winner. But this Christmas show winner,
we haven't sent out a sticker pack.
Johnny.
Oh, that was
he
Johnny.
was going with his shirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johnny. My bad.
The quiz questions are based on videos that were leading up to that. Yes. They're based on videos that were leading up to that show. So all you've got to do is watch our weekly videos, and you'll be in with a chance to take home a W. And the prize that's unannounced, it'll get announced on the night for that quiz entrance. But you've got under an hour to get into Discord, get entered for your chance to be on the quiz. It only picks 2 people, and there's 6 in there at the moment. So you've got pretty good odds if you get in there.
Need the wheel nuts. Get on there, wheel nuts.
Yep.
Get on the Discord. And
MCM
jump in
got the Johnny Skid Pig shirt and the new big red. Good stuff. Awesome.
He did. Excellent. I did see that. I was only looking back the other day and saw a couple of orders. And I thought, I hope we did those, but obviously Sally did all that.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some upcoming shows.
Reaper Lux says, "Is that an R33?" That's not the prize. You have to sell a lot of shirts to do that.
You get a 4L60. Used 4L60. All right.
We sell 4,000 shirts before the Christmas show. That's a lot of shirts. If we sell 4,000, then maybe we can afford to give away something massive.
The Skyline.
Yeah.
You're going
If
to
we
give
sell
away
4,000
if you sell 4,000 shirts between now and then you'll give away the Skyline. Don't forget you don't make that much money on the shirts.
Yeah, true.
You got to account for that. Yeah. That's the full. You don't make the full price on the shirt. It's margin. You can sell more than that. Too late now. You're giving away your Skyline.
I don't make that much. Got to sell 8,000 shirts, guys. 8,000 shirts. Paige will be in the chat and say, no, we're not giving it away.
Tweety bird. Give away Tweety. Sorry.
6-pack of lemon squash. Over 18 only. Signed Flywheel only got 80,000 kilometres and 2 massive hotspots.
I'll give you a little actual sneak peek into something that not many people have noticed. But for the Skid Factory fans, watching what's the last car they've been doing? The Hakosuka.
Hakosuka.
Hakosuka?
Yep.
Is that right?
The Holkosuka is.
Holkosuka?
Yep, that's what they've been calling it. That's the motor.
Not many people realise, but if you jump on the Skid Factory store and have a look at their shop, there's a shirt for that car.
Oh, there you go.
On their store.
Mm.
Yeah.
Need to get onto it.
Yeah. They haven't announced it on the show, but if you go and have a look, you'll see that there is actually a shirt for that car.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No, I'll have to check it out. Nan says the Skyline shirt is tops that I won. Only thing is Russ pinched it, so it fitted him, so I now have to get another one.
It's gone.
All right, let's have a look at what events are on. ASG Motorsports Christmas Cruise, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Harrigan's.
I was just looking for a certain shirt for you.
Caffeine and Gasoline, the Twilight Edition, 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. at Espresso 25 on Saturday. Oh, there you go. So that looks really cool. That's a really cool design. Yeah, Caffeine and Gasoline. The last one, I believe, got cancelled. Or it actually got moved to this date. So this is their one with the stunt bike, the freestyle show on.
Oh, yeah, this one was meant to be last week?
I think it was meant to be last week.
You were going to go?
Yeah. I think previously. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, okay.
Might have been 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah,
Yep.
3 p.m. till, what time is that? I can't read it because the
7.
camera in the way. 7 p.m. There you go. Rod to Mod, car meet at Harry's Marsden Park, 5 p.m. till...
Go up a bit? 8.
Till 8, thank you. At
Road,
Hollingsworth Road, Marsden.
Harry's Cafe de Wheels.
Oh, there you go. There it is. That is too. There you go. Check that one out, guys.
They have massive meets at Harry's Cafe de Wheels.
They do.
And they do amazing hot dogs at Harry's Cafe de Wheels.
Queensland Cruising, Sunshine Coast car meet, 6 p.m. at Aussie World.
Oh, okay. That's on
I believe they usually cruise out at about 8 p.m. Yep.
I may need somewhere else to go because I was going to go to probably in your thing, but Peninsula
Motorfest.
Motorfest.
Yeah.
I was going to Peninsula Motorfest and was going to do some video up there, but not on.
Flawless Society across all talk at the Hyperdome, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Yep.
Cars and Culture, Track Edition, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. Lakeside Park. Is that 10? Yep. That's a good guess.
7 till 10 a.m., yep.
186 Cars and Coffee on the Sunday. That was also on the Sunday as well, if you didn't gather that from the 7 a.m. start. Cars and Coffee, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. at Remedy Espresso.
Where's that? Where's Remedy Espresso, do you know?
It's at Remedy Espresso.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which would be...
Just off the Centenary Highway.
Okay. At, what's that suburb? The what?
Springfield Lakes.
Springfield Lakes. Ah, yep.
Cars and Coffee at Samford, 7:30 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yep.
It's just a short one. At 19 Main Street in Samford. Cars, Bikes and Coffee at Colleges by the River, 8:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. The Handful Christmas Charity Run for kids, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. PJR Performance. Doing a Christmas charity run for the kids on Sunday, the 12th of December. Going to start at PJR Performance, 10 a.m., doing entries. Then we'll all cruise onto Advanced Town Tavern for lunch, drinks, car show, live band, raffles, and activities for the kids and more. There is a pool there as well. So if it gets hot, which it likely will be because it's December, but, some of the days recently haven't been hot.
Where's it end up at? Sorry?
Advanced Town.
Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, that's
There's
a
a
cool
nice-
pub with
it
a
is.
swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a big stage and
Mhm.
music and all sorts of stuff, yeah.
And
That'll be a really good one. We got a Christmas party on, so we won't
Yep.
make it, but we're going to donate some toys to the Handful Christmas charity run. Actually, we're going to, because we'll be at another Christmas party tomorrow night
Yeah.
that we will see Handful at,
Yep.
and we're going to donate them some toys tomorrow night.
There you go. And on Sunday, last but not least, is Yank Tanks, 6 p.m. until 8 p.m.
It's close to you.
It is.
Maybe you'll have to take the cameras back with you.
Maybe.
Because in Peninsula Motorfest.
I did get told the
disappeared on
last
me.
Yank Tanks was pretty small, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are starting to deter a little bit.
Yeah.
Matty Creek Supply is continuous. Black T-shirts, they roll in thousands of dollars worth a week, I can tell you.
Reaper Lux is Roll Racing Saturday. Who's going? I know Jake and friends is going. They've got the mighty all nitrous Fiesta going out again.
Yep.
They've been called out.
See how that goes.
Yep. You can't make the Discord thing happen, Shane, but you're clicking all the buttons. Once you're in there, you just got to click the little ta-da.
Oh,
little
yeah, he's
icon.
in there. I just saw his name on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we can see him on the side. He was there. He's offline now.
We saw you in there.
But all you got to do is just click on the little icon underneath the giveaway bot message, and you should see
In the
number go
giveaway
up.
channel.
In the giveaways channel, yep. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Find the giveaways channel.
Go to the giveaways channel and then just click the little emoji thing, and you're in the draw. That's it. There you go. I might send you a message now.
There you go. If you get a notification, it'll push you straight to that one. Geez, Brad's keen to shoot Yank Tanks.
Okay, might have to do that. He just brought all the camera gear out for me to go to Peninsula Motorfest.
Yep.
On Saturday, because that was my plans for Saturday. Because we've got a couple of Christmas parties on.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like we're gonna shut the print shop for a weekend, and Sally's gonna print tomorrow. She's getting up at 6 o'clock to get all the printing done tomorrow before
Trevor
we go
Smith,
tomorrow night.
yeah. Mr. Trackside Trev himself.
Trackside Trev. We'll head up tomorrow night, and we're staying like North Coast for the rest of the weekend.
Mhm.
So Shane's, yep, he's got the app. He's there. How
Here
was
we go.
that?
Hang on. Let me stream this for people. Here you go. Here you go. So when you're in Discord, all you got to do is when you're in the Overtaking Lane Discord, if you're on your phone, you should be able to open up a little window which will show you all these by clicking on the hamburger menu, as it's called. It's 3 lines. Click on that, and then you scroll down until you
Where's
find
the hamburger menu?
should be on the top left. It's not on here because this isn't a mobile phone.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. The 3 dots is
Yeah.
the hamburger menu. 3 lines.
No, 3 lines. Dots is different.
Dots is not a hamburger?
No,
What's that?
I don't know. It's 3 dots.
It's just 3 dots.
Yeah. Press on the giveaways channel. You'll see on the side here. If you scroll down, you'll find the giveaways channel, and then you scroll up a little bit. You'll see this post here by the giveaway bot, which will have an active giveaway. You press this little icon here. It'll go up in a number, and then you're entered. Unenter you. I'm not entering you in the quiz.
Okay, now can you click on there and see who's in the draw so far?
We can. So far in the draw, we've got Paige, James Bayless, Yahtzee, Paulie's in the quiz, Johnny's Kid Pig, and Crazy VN.
There you go. Get on it. Get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler's giving away a good prize to the winner of the quiz. And if you've watched our videos over the last 4 weeks, then
you should have it easy.
And it's pretty much, what do we got? Road trip. It'll be.
Yeah, there's a lot of road trip.
Road trip and then road trip of us. Well, what do you think of the...
and there's Kenda. There'll be Kenda included.
Oh, yeah, there's a Kenda one in the middle.
Yep.
What do you think of the road trip, week 1 family OTL road trip?
The OTL crew takes on road trip.
Yeah, what do you think of that? I thought it went well. I had to giggle at the couple of the interviews. I think I should have a beer before all my interviews now in future. I'm much funnier.
Steve says, just calling in again before I go to do some work. The offer for anyone in our community to stay here in Waikiri, if ever needed. Plenty of land and water, 2 spare single beds, shower and toilet.
How cool's that?
Legend Steve.
We're going to have to get down there for some car action as the borders will open up to us now.
Shane says, think I did it. We got 2 more entrants, so I think you might have. There you go. Shane's in and Yan Ayer is in as well. Corn-fed boost, Dane. How you going? Says, hey, mate. Fellas, I thought the day 1 vid was good. Cheers. Thank you.
And you spotted Woody at the end.
You did better than me because I didn't spot him.
in the edit. Tyler did the edit and didn't notice. I'm like, you should have done something with Woody there at the end. He's like, I didn't see it.
Could have zoomed in on him or something.
Yeah. And Sally did amazing, actually.
She did.
With first day racing. She was hot lapping that thing at the end. We should have just shown that, like driving through going again.
Yeah. And then you could have filmed Brad running back and forth with the camera if you did that.
Yeah. I think we did the ute, I don't know if it's taken away, but there's about 37 passes for the weekend.
Yeah, wow. Just a couple.
Yeah.
There's
but not the most, because there was another guy on a Commodore there who did who cracked 50, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually wonder how many I did.
That was all him. There was 2 of us racing that car to get 37. So he did a hell of a lot of passes that got to get 50. So
yeah,
crazy stuff. Spotted the Woody Clown.
Got to do Dad's taxi, Shane. No worries. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, if you want to join in the quiz, the questions aren't usually that hard. They might be things like who popped up in the background of the outro of day 1 of OTL Takes on Road Trip.
No, it's not going to be that now.
It might be. You were telling people the answers to my questions as I was going through the quiz last week.
I was talking about the thing, and you're like, oh, that's my next question.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I may have been, James. I may have been.
John's in. Good stuff, John.
Excellent. Well, that's the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
It is.
We've got to call it.
Yep.
Tyler's got the drive home.
Yep. Podcast upload. Hello to all our podcast listeners.
Hope you enjoy the podcast.
Have more podcast listeners from the States than we do in Australia. So thank you. Shout out to all you viewers from international.
Listeners.
Yeah, yeah, viewers. I
Viewers
call
and
them viewers, listeners. I
Viewers
don't
and
know. Maybe
listeners.
they're sitting there watching the Spotify screen go through. I don't know.
So, no, I love it. Love it. We'll be back again next week. But, of course, on Tuesday, we'll bring you another video. We'll see what happened on week 2.
Yep.
Day
2.
Day 2, sorry. Yeah, day 2 of road
How
trip.
crazy would that be? Like 3 weeks of drag challenge. That'd be cool.
It'd be full on. Then you'd really limit out your passes, wouldn't you?
You'd probably do like, I did 600 passes. Drag challenge.
Mum says it was good. Had to laugh when Sally said, "Oh, I'm effing done." We'll have to wait and see if Tyler
there you
includes all the outtakes
Brad says
from Sally.
Commodore only made 49, packed it in before the 50. Wasn't a happy car.
Oh, true. So wait and see whether Tyler includes Sally's outtakes in the in either the next 2 videos. But she may have forgotten the camera was there.
Yep.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you in the next one.
Have another couple of beers. It's still a school night, so don't stay up too late. And have a good day at work tomorrow, and then enjoy your weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Get out and do something in the car, and have some fun.
Stay in the rocket lane.